Good morning. How are you? I want to talk to you guys real quick about at least one big mistake that I see a lot of businesses making, and it's a pretty simple fix to the problem. And I've kind of come to this because I've been going through, for the past few months, I've gone through thousands of businesses' accounts, the people that work at their accounts to understand who I might be selling to, companies that I might want to work for or work with. And I keep running into this same issue countless times. And maybe it's a defense mechanism. It could be benefiting you, but I think it's making you miss out on a lot of stuff. And it's that the employees aren't using LinkedIn to make posts. And I will call out that it's not just the employees, it's the executives too. Now, from a perspective of if you don't want a salesperson like me to reach out to you to try to help you solve a problem, sure, it's going to defend. But on the flip side, just to give you some insight, as I'm looking around at these different companies to possibly work for, to go do sales for in this capacity, one of the ways that I evaluate these companies is to actually look their LinkedIn, find some of the things they're doing, see what they're working with, see who the customers are that they're helping, the kind of problems that they're solving for people, something that makes me go, I want to work for that company. I want to actually like get in there and solve this problem. And I am running into this constantly that I don't really have an in-depth idea of what they do because nobody from the company is posting or nobody's really active, or there's one or two maybe out of the entire company. And so I really think this is an opportunity for businesses to actually increase their visibility online. And this isn't something that you need to do where you have to get everybody posting every day and like share your personal journal. It doesn't have to be that, but getting people to talk about what's going on at the company and have that presence out there will attract a lot more candidates to you. It'll attract future customers to you. Yes, it's going to give salespeople an actual idea of what you're doing, and probably more salespeople are going to reach out to you. But if they're good salespeople, they're going to look at what you're doing and try to find out solutions based on what you've put out there. And if it's relevant, you can invite them in. And if it's not, you can kind of go back to what you were doing before. So this is why I say try to change the perspective of how you're looking at LinkedIn. This doesn't have to be a boring thing. And also, you don't have to share what you'd share on Facebook, but make the habit of doing something about it. And so, to get started with something like this, what I would recommend doing is at the very basic, find someone you like, emulate their style. If you're on LinkedIn, if you're seeing this right now, you follow somebody. Find somebody in your industry, find somebody that is a motivational speaker, whatever it might be, somebody who's preferably not full of fluff, and try to emulate their style. Even if you only write one sentence and post that, if it's insightful, great. Also, one thing that I like to do is take a customer call that I've recently done or a prospecting call and take some insights from that call and then share that. So whether that's teaching people about how to use videos, whatever it might be, or questions that come up, I've heard this question 3 times this week. Let me talk about it. I'll get on here. I'll do a live. You can make a post. You can do a LinkedIn live. You can make a quick video right on your phone, whatever it is, but just do something. And then if you want, give someone from your team kudos for a recent achievement. That way you can tag that person, they get involved, other people from the company can share it. You kind of create that buzz around what you're doing. It doesn't have to be like a love fest, but just this will get you out of the zone of being like, well, I can't post because I'm not an expert. Yeah, but you think your team's pretty good, right? So share something about them, give them props, and then just take your phone, make a quick video, film something, a common misconception, something that you hear, like I said, from a recent sales call, whatever it might be, but just do something to get started. And honestly, if you can do some of these basic things, you're going to make it a lot easier for candidates to find you, for customers to find you. Because if you don't have any of this stuff out there and they check it out, nobody's really active, they're not going to get a sense of who anybody at the company is. And half these companies have titles of things that you've never heard of. Like, some of them seem like they're made up. And I'm sure you guys all know what I'm talking about. Chief something officer, which I like, a word that you didn't even know was a word. And so that doesn't help me as a person that's trying to solve a problem or possibly going to work for you. There's nothing there for it. So I think you understand where I'm coming from. So I'd say get started with this, start putting things out there, start showing who you are as a company, give it some personality. Because if your website isn't perfect, if you don't have the most perfect video ad that's out there that explains everything and have the most perfect funnel, your chances are you're missing a good connection, and probably missing a lot of them. So this is what I'd recommend. Get started. If you have any questions, reach out. I'm happy to at least point you in the right direction. If you want to copy some of the stuff I'm doing, feel free. If you find somebody that you like, follow them, go in the top corner, hit save, and do that. Otherwise, I hope you guys have a great day. Reach out if you got any questions, and I'll talk to you soon.